Welcome everyone to the Shine Initiative Ungala for Youth Mental Health, Part 1. I'm Fred Kalin, Shine's Executive Director, and thank you for tuning in to support youth mental health.
And I'm Jessica Zakara, Shine's Community Education Specialist, and I'm happy to be here with you all. Though we thought last October would be our one and only virtual event, here we are again. And as we often say at Shine, we're focusing on where our feet are right now. We'll also be joined a little bit later this evening by our colleague Elizabeth Green, Shine's Program Associate, as well as numerous speakers, singer Riley Modig, recently of NBC's The Voice, and a few special guests via video to focus on Shine's mission and work.
And we're going to hear from everyone and do all of that in under an hour, so please stay tuned and keep an eye out for those surprise special guests. We also can't wait to have you join us in May for Part 2 of this Ungala, when we'll gather in person for Mental Health Awareness Month at the AC Hotel here in Worcester. May 11th, get it on your calendars.
When local conditions changed again this past month, we decided to split the Ungala into 2 parts rather than just postpone, because the vital importance of raising money to support youth today is just as important as supporting our youth tomorrow due to the events of the past year and a half.
Tonight, we're focusing on raising funds for our School Mind Matters teams and their destigmatization and peer outreach activities in their school communities. Due to the pandemic this past year, we weren't able to give schools grant activity money at the level we have in past years. But with school back in person again, but COVID still raising its head, we have more requests than ever. So we launched our 20 in 20 Days campaign this past Sunday on World Mental Health Day to raise $20,000 in 20 days through October 30th, specifically for our schools. You can help us do this. You'll hear shortly from some middle and high school students about the importance of this to them and their peers, and we hope you'll join this peer-to-peer effort. Just go to our Facebook page or website for more info on getting started. Thank you for supporting us however you can. Thank you as well to our amazing sponsors, true champions of youth mental health, including our radiant sponsors, Fidelity Bank, Shine's founding institution, as well as Haywood Hospital, Lisciati Development, and Ed and Melissa Manzi.
We also want to thank our Luminous sponsors, GE Healthcare, Point 32 Health, Harvard Pilgrim and Tufts, TJX, and the Worcester Railers, as well as all of our sponsors who will go by on your screen throughout the program.
Also, as we recently announced, our founding board chair, Ed Manzi, is stepping down after 17 years. While we'll give Ed a proper thank you and time on the stage at our May event, we did want to pause now to have a few folks, including some special guests, say thanks for his service this evening.
Pleasure to congratulate you and thank you for your 17 years of service to the Shine Initiative and your incredible leadership of Fidelity Bank and everything that you and your organization do to support the community and improve the mental health status of everyone in our communities. Thank you for all you do. It's a pleasure to be your friend and colleague.
Ed Manzi, you made a big change to corporate philanthropy, and you had the courage to focus it on shining a light where one was desperately needed. Thanks for nearly 2 decades of service to the Shine Initiative.
Hey Ed, it's Charlie Coyle from the Boston Bruins here. And I heard you're stepping down as the founding board chairman of the Shine Initiative. I just wanted to personally thank you for your 17 years of hard work, dedication. You've done some great things for a lot of people, and I know you've put in so much time, effort, and I know you've created a long-lasting legacy there that people will remember for a long, long time. And you should be very proud of yourself, because I know a lot of people are definitely proud of you, and I'm no exception. So, Ed, I'm proud of you. Congratulations, and I wish you the best of luck in your next chapter. All the best to you and your family. And thank you again for everything you've done for the last 17 years. You've made such a difference. Take care, Ed.
I just want to add my thanks for what you've done for the Shine Initiative over the last 17 years. You took a vague idea we had over the lunch table and turned it into a focused, powerful resource. You've made a difference in the world, Ed, It's been a pleasure and a privilege to work alongside of you and to learn from you. I look forward to really celebrating in May.
Ed, what's happening, man? Devin McCourty here. I was talking to Frederick, and he wanted me to let you know, man. Congratulations, man. I just want to say thanks for 17 years as the board chair over at Shine. That's awesome. They talked about how you just had a vision and leadership to improve things, to focus on the kids, and dealing with kids with mental health issues, man. That's huge. Obviously here in Massachusetts, but to do that is a model for all across this country and the world. So I'm sure you've been a bright spot for a lot of different individuals throughout their life. And 17 years of that work as a nonprofit, man, I commend you. And just want to say thank you, man. Thank you for everything you've done for kids that sometimes I'm sure you didn't even know you were having that kind of impact. And just encourage you to keep doing what you've been doing, keep leading and leading in so many different ways. So from Frederick and all your other friends and all the people at Shine, and from me, I just want to say thanks, Ed. You're a shining star, man.
Hi, everyone, and Ed. My name is Melissa, and I am Ed's wife. Ed, I wanted to thank you for taking on this cause like you do everything else in your life, with hunger, horsepower, and humility. You have truly made a difference in the people living with mental illness and their families, and I am grateful that a person like you took this leadership on and that it will continue to move forward because of what you have done. So enjoy your night tonight. Well deserved. I love you.
Well, hello there, Ed. It is Sean Aston here. I just wanted to add my name to the chorus of people saying thank you for your work and your commitment and your service, and congratulations and bon voyage into this next phase of your life. And I just want to share that in the movie Rudy, there's a wonderful scene where Rudy is he's in the mill, and it's his birthday, and he's in the lunchroom, and his friend Pete gives him the Letterman jacket, his favorite, the iconic Letterman jacket for Notre Dame, and he says, you know, Pete, you're the only one who ever took me serious. And Pete says, my dad says, having dreams is what makes life tolerable. So I just want to commend you on having a dream, pursuing your dream, and achieving your dream. So much love always, and congratulations again, and thank you.
Hi, everyone. Ed Manzi here. Thank you so much for all those kind words. I'm blown away by the gracious comments and compliments. But you know what? It's really me who wants to be thankful to all the folks who helped make this happen. Really, it was just an idea I had, 18 years ago, whatever it was. But without the support, first of all, of the board of directors of Fidelity Bank, this could have never have gotten off the ground. And then all the volunteers over the years from within the bank, and then it became a community effort and grassroots. And so many of you have been with us right from the beginning, right through to today. And now it's in such capable hands and going in such a tremendous direction. I couldn't be more thankful and grateful to be part of such an outstanding organization. And, obviously we're here to really drive this cause forward, but we couldn't do that without the financial support of all the donors over the years and all of you who supported this tonight. Obviously we're sad we couldn't get together in person, but I look forward to seeing all of you. And yes, we will find you and show up in May during Mental Health Awareness Month to celebrate in person. We'll have a chance to tell you, a little bit more detail, a few more stories to bring this to life, because it really should be brought to life. It's such a powerful story. We want it to keep going for years and years to come. So thank you, everyone. And thank you, Fred. Back to you.
And I just want to say that Ed has been a terrific and supportive chair to work with in my first 3 years as executive director. And I'm excited to work with our new chair, Deborah Ekstrom, who many of you in the Worcester area know from her time as CEO of Community Health Link. Ed, Deb, and I would also like to thank longtime board members Joyce Tebow and Maydon Coburn for their service to Shine through the years.
Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, Shine was able to be active and physically present in close to 50 schools. This meant in-person presentations, conversations, and helping Mind Matters teams with their activities to raise awareness and reduce stigma. When schools shut their doors in March 2020 and were forced to transition to virtual learning, this also created a very sudden and drastic shift in the way Shine, as a small nonprofit, was able to support these schools. We were continuously reminded at how much knowledge and strength our young people had to offer as they navigated their ever-changing world. We would like to share some of that with you as we look back at some of the self-care videos they created to share with their peers over these past 18 months.
So sometimes when I get stressed out, I'm sitting here doing all my schoolwork, brain's absolutely boggled with work, so gotta de-stress. I take a nice leisurely walk through the house in hopes of de-stressing myself, and I see the fridge, and that's usually where I go, "Hey Mom," and then I open the fridge here. This is the fridge. I open it and I grab a nice healthy snack, like an apple or something, and this usually distracts me from whatever's stressing me out. Quick snack, healthy snack, and then I can go back to doing whatever I was doing.
When I'm stressed out, I usually like to work out or meditate. Both those really help me.
Mind Matters to me means a chance to have a positive impact on people.
Mind Matters means a lot to me. It's something I'm very proud to be a part of.
Mind Matters is an essential club at our school.
I would describe Mind Matters
as accepting,
inclusive,
influential club, definitely ambitious,
and powerful.
This is my second year here at the Mind Matters team, and along the way, I have met and befriended a lot of new people. I have also learned a lot about mental health and how to cultivate good mental health for myself. And yeah, I believe that this program is a memorable high school experience for me, and hopefully it serves me well into college also.
What I do when I realize that I'm not okay is I talk to my therapist or talk to a friend or a family member.
Personally, to help with my mental health, I like to write, either by writing fictional stories with fictional worlds and characters, or even journaling down just our emotions. It helps.
For my own self-care, I like to exercise with strength training because I like to stay physically and mentally strong.
For my own self-care, I like to take a moment to lay down in the grass in my yard and kind of just feel everything and hear everything and smell everything and just take in my surroundings and really ground myself.
It's great to see how the students were taking care of themselves. And let's talk about how you can help. Firstly, listen to the voices of youth, of parents and others, and continue to have conversations about mental health, how friends and family are really doing, how, etc. Share Shine's resources, and of course, donate tonight and join the 20 in 20 Days campaign. Tell your friends. If just 20 of you raise $500 in peer-to-peer asks on social media in the next 20 days, we're halfway to our goal. Other ways to donate include going to tonight's post on Facebook and typing #donate with a $sign and the amount you want to give, $5, $25, $500, as well as through our website and text number on your screen. And the #donate is kind of like magic to someone who's 47 years old like I am, so give that a try.
One thing that we can all agree on is the severe impact COVID has had on us all, but we have especially seen how it has affected young people. Developmentally, they are at the stage where they're more independent, social, and gravitating more towards their peers. The isolation of COVID has gone against that normal development, which can worsen anxiety and depression. I'd like to introduce Bella and Katie, Burncoat Middle School students, who recently partnered with Shine on a class art installation project, focusing on why mental health is so important to them and their peers.
Hi, we're from Burncoat. I'm Katie.
I'm Isabella.
So with the pandemic, a lot of us and just our classmates in general, we felt very distant from the world and our friends and family, and our mental health wasn't the best, so we wanted to bring attention to it and find a way to help each other and just focus on it.
I think it's important because mental health doesn't have an age. It affects everybody at a certain point in their life. So talking about it from a young age helps you get used to speaking out about it when you need help and when you feel like you can't do it alone anymore, because we're all like that. We all felt like that. We all feel like it at some point. So speaking out at a young age and being comfortable with talking about it is important.
Like, just tell them that they're not alone and that everyone goes through this at one point and it's a normal thing. So they shouldn't like feel in any way like ashamed of it or scared to talk about it. It's something everyone goes through. Like, it's just not you. It's not you just alone doing it, and like everyone goes through it.
They feel different than we do because we have to deal now with the internet and social media more than they had. So having them understand that our struggles are a bit different than theirs is important, and like they don't fully understand what we've been through and what we go through on a daily basis with pressure of social media and internet issues and having to do school online, which is something they haven't done yet. They understand how we feel at a certain point, like if you feel depressive, anxiety, mental issues in general, but ours has changed throughout time and it will continue to change with technologies. But I feel like if they try to understand us better on our own way than the way they have experienced, it's more effective.
Pull them to the side and like tell them that, like, for me, like, I've been through it, and like they have people around them who love them and care about them like all the time, and that they should seek out for help, because going through it alone, like, you can do it, but it's just so much easier and you feel like so much more comfortable and you feel like you have more support when you have those people around you and you know you can talk to them and like seek comfort in them.
We haven't had a pandemic in a while, and it's new to our generation. We haven't experienced this. A lot of us haven't even learned about it, like little kids. It's just something new, and like COVID is not something we're experienced with, and we have to deal with online school now and Zoom, and it's something different that nobody has experienced before. So us having like the pressure of dealing with it and being fine with it is really important, and like having people to speak with usually, because now therapists are online too because of COVID. So having the difference of talking to somebody in person and online is different, and it's big.
And with like social media nowadays, like they set standards that are like hard for us to meet, and like we think we need to meet them, and then we kind of just like we go off into our like own space or like our own mindset that, oh, we need to be like this, we need to be like that, and we try to like fit in. And then most of the time it doesn't work out because everyone's their own person and everyone's different. And so we just get like really upset with ourselves, and then we just really isolate ourselves from other people. And it's hard to like come back from that and like start talking to people again about it, because you don't know other people go through that, so you don't know that you're not alone. Like everyone's affected by this pandemic, and like how everyone has their own mental health issues, and like everyone's going through the same thing. We just don't realize it. So yeah.
Other people will understand you. It's not like a thing that only you are going through. There are many other people that can relate to it. It might seem like you're alone and that your thoughts are only yours and nobody can help you, but there's definitely help out there. Seek out to peers, adults, friends. Like friends will understand you, since most of the time they're your own age. They've been through what you've been through.
We're so pleased to have local singing sensation Riley Modig with us tonight as well. Riley most recently appeared on NBC's The Voice and The Ellen Show, where she shared her coming out story and personal journey. At 19, Riley knows too well what navigating mental health in these times is like for teens.
My name is Riley Modig, and this next song is an original that just came out. It's called Heart on Fire, and I hope you like it.
Hearts on fire, you ignited flame of love you inspires, it's some kind of game. Souls in flames, smoke fills my lungs. I still hear my name as it rolls off your tongue. Your love, it burns from inside out. Your love, it hurts, where do I go now? Your love, it hurts, where
I have always been a really big advocate for mental health as a young person who struggles with mental health issues and someone that actually had to leave school due to mental health issues and things surrounding those kind of issues. I just wanted to be able to speak out and support everything that they're standing for, and that I stand with them, and that I stand with everybody that's going through something, and that if I can do it, you can do it. And it just takes one person to be nice to you, or one person to ask you how you're doing or if you're okay. It can change everything, and I want to be that person to, you know, speak out for those people and ask if they're doing okay, and support them as best as I can. I think during this pandemic, we've all had a really rough time with mental illness, and it really kind of brought out those, you know, mental health issues for a lot of people. And I think if we all just stand together and know that we're all in this together and we're all feeling, you know, some kind of struggle, and I want everyone to know that I hear you and I stand with you, and we can just all be there for each other, and we'll get back to being better.
Hi everyone, my name is Elizabeth Green, Shine's Program Associate. I'm here today to discuss the benefits of our Mind Matters teams. Our Mind Matters teams are an amazing program led by students. In these after or before school meetings, students are given the space and opportunity to be at the forefront of the conversation surrounding youth mental health. These meetings help students to find peer support through creativity, conversation, and physical activities, as well as continuing to destigmatize mental health. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, students found themselves unable to meet with each other. Although some students were able to have meetings over Zoom, most were not able to receive the full beneficial experience of our Mind Matters teams. As schools begin the 2021 school year, students and faculty are more eager than ever to reinstate their Mind Matters teams. But for that, we need your much appreciated support and donations. I hope you find the passion of our next student speaker is all the motivation you will need to donate to such an important cause.
My name is Arba, and I am a senior at Dorney Memorial High School. I was part of my wellness club last year during the pandemic and have recently joined again to lead it as student leader. We played games, we spoke to each other, we created this community that felt like we could share ideas, thoughts, feelings, anything about the pandemic, and I really enjoyed that. Albeit it was online, I still found a community within my school. And this year, when the club reopened, when the school reopened, I was asked to be student leader, and I thought that this was such an amazing opportunity to just get students integrated back into school life after being alone for so long. We tend to isolate ourselves, especially more so since we've been away for so long. And isolation, I don't think, is the best for mental health, just because it's important to have this community. It's important to have friends, peers that understand you, that can relate to you and can offer you their shared experiences to help you get out of that state of mental distress. And I thought by kind of creating this like democracy within the student club, we would be able to have people talk about what it is they like and get them involved again after being away for so long. So the Doherty Wellness Club is essentially a student-led club that has guidance counselors as the supervisors. So instead of it being a teacher-led club, as some of the other clubs at our school are, we have students taking initiative, taking action, and dictating what it is the club does itself. Well, first of all, there's no stress whenever you join a club, especially this one, just because, again, it's student-led. So we'd like to stress the importance of there being people that you can talk to. If you're nervous about talking to teachers or adult figures, then we have students from freshman year all the way up to senior year that you can communicate with, that you can talk to about your problems. Art nights, we do a Bob Ross paint night maybe 2 to 3 times a year, and I enjoy that personally just because I like art, but I know that a lot of the other students at school like art as much as I do, and would love the opportunity to join to get that creativity out and to just have that safe space where they can feel comfortable doing what it is they like and having fun with friends while doing it. We often forget that mental health is a thing in school. As much importance as there is on it now, I, for one, neglected my mental health at the beginning of the school year in favor of school activities or grades. And having a wellness club or having a mental health club reminds us that it's important to care about our mental awareness, about our self-awareness, and to care about what we feel and what we think. Mental health is as important as physical health is. If we neglect our body, then our health degrades. And the same thing goes for our mental health. If we don't learn to exercise our mind and to engage it with activities, with the community, with interpersonal relationships, then we might find ourselves struggling. We might find ourselves, again, isolating ourselves and shying away from people who want to help us and who want to connect with us. Our mental health is a lifelong journey, and now especially is the most important time to understand ourselves and to figure out what it is that we feel and how we deal with stress and our health in general. And the more we discuss mental health, the more we talk about it, the more it is we do to remove the stigma behind it. Good mental health is important for healthy teenage development, strong relationships, resilience, compassion, and community. As a student leader of this club, I believe together we will be able to raise awareness for mental health by educating ourselves on the issue. We can talk to professionals or talk to each other and find presentations on this topic. We can encourage our friends to also be mental health advocates and prompt wellness within our own club or in newsletters around the school. We want to be able to support others who may have mental health issues by talking, listening to them, and creating a safe environment for members to talk about anything it is they wish to talk about. By planning fun activities during school hours or after school hours, we can get everyone involved in the club, whether they're in it or not. We can have paint nights, get together in person or virtually for a lunch or dinner. We can watch a movie, play online games, listen to music, read or talk about books, go outdoors. We can create a loving and welcoming community for all to attend. When we show kindness and compassion to each other, we can learn to develop friendships and meaningful relationships to help us not only better ourselves, but to get more involved in our environment and with each other. When we are mentally healthy, we enjoy our life and environment and the people in it. We can be creative, learn, try new things, take risks, and achieve our goals. By supporting this wellness club, you are directly contributing to the students' well-being. By helping them developing healthy coping skills, you can set them up for success in dealing with stress and challenging circumstances in the future.
If you haven't yet donated or started your peer-to-peer page to support our 20 in 20 campaign to support students like Arba, please consider doing so now. And thanks for being with us tonight. We just wanted to take a moment to reflect on our journey this past year.
So Fred, what was this past year like for you?
You know, it was a very bumpy one. You know, as someone who myself has lived experience with mental health, as a father and a family, you know, we experienced things like everyone did. We first thought it was going to be short term, and it was, how are we going to get through 5 or 6 weeks, right? And that seemed very doable. And then it became, as we all realized, this is serious, this is long haul. And you know, we started looking at, even as someone who does this kind of work as an executive director for the SHINE initiative, what other resources are out there? How are we going to get, you know, my kids, I have 2 boys, just through this day by day? And we really had to focus on one day at a time for months, I would say. You know, you have kids as well. What was the experience like for you?
I think bumpy is a good word too. I agree. I think the constant up and down and the unknown and the roller coaster is very difficult, I think, for any parent. You know, my kids are all different ages. I have, you know, an older son in college, but then kids in elementary school. And so navigating the different mental health needs of all different ages is very difficult to try to understand at the same time that, as you know, we're navigating our own mental health needs. And then as, you know, as parents trying to understand how do we support our kids in a way that we've never really needed to or known how to support our kids, because this is completely new to all of us. I think it's stretched all of us in ways that we probably didn't know we would ever need to be stretched.
You know, and I'm thinking as you talked, Jessica, that even some of the things that SHINE taught pre-pandemic about what is good for people is exactly what got shut off by the pandemic. Prior to the pandemic, we all knew that too much screen time was not good for kids and not healthy for kids, whether, you know, their mental health and their physical health. And then it became almost the only way to connect. Some of our Mind Matters teams we saw for a few months would meet over Zoom, and then even they would get Zoom fatigue about not being able to go on the screen for one more hour, even for that kind of support. And then, I know during the pandemic, Shine saw more and more parents and guardians asking us to help them around what they were seeing with their youth. So do you want to talk a little bit about the ambassador program that, you were instrumental in helping to start?
Yeah, I think if there was anything that did come out of kind of what we saw in this pandemic was the desire from other parents to really want to learn more and understand more about what their role was in the mental health needs of their kids, which really did get us thinking about, what is it that makes us able to talk openly as parents about mental health in a non-clinical way. And I think that's kind of what grew this whole ambassador concept, was that it's really just once you have all the knowledge, once you build up that confidence, once you know that it is something that every person can talk about if they're comfortable with it, and how do we build that into a tangible program and workshop for people. And so that was kind of something that was launched over this pandemic, which is something I think that a positive that will come out of a lot of this is that parents and teachers and young people will eventually learn that we can all be having this conversation if we're able to gain a lot more of that knowledge. So I think that is something that we'll be able to expand upon as we go through this next year and beyond, is helping people to learn more about mental health and to learn the language and to learn, everybody has a role.
Thank you for sharing all that. And thank you to all of you for tuning in tonight and trusting us through this as we all figure this out together and we all try to pick each other up together. And we have some more to share with you as well.
Hey, what is up, Shine Initiative supporters? This is me here, Michael Franti. Just wanted to say thank you for being so supportive of young people in this crazy time that we're living in. Shine is an incredible nonprofit that does great work with high school students and just doing peer outreach and stigma reduction for mental health. For the longest time, people have really just thought weird things or looked down on other people who seek help. But really what we need to do is make sure that everyone knows that there are resources available for them, that there's someone to talk to, someone to share their feelings with. And as we know, having been through high school or just been a young person, perhaps yourself, that you have all kinds of things that are happening in your life, from school to just friends and different groups and different pressures that are placed on you. And these days with social media especially, it is so hard to be a young person and have these kinds of messages being reflected back to you 24 hours a day that just make you feel like you're not necessarily being, or you can't really just be your authentic self and show up in that way without being judged in some way. So I want to say thank you to all of you who are out there who are ready to donate right now and to help these amazing youth leaders, because mental health is more important than ever. And so I got a song to leave you guys with, and it goes like this. Why does everybody in the world seem so divided? Why does everybody gotta hate each other? Who decided? If I took all the world's pride and all the world's money and wrapped it in a blanket and put it in a buggy, could you see that maybe that baby that's just the same as you are? It's never been easy. Every day for everybody ain't breezy. And I hope you realize when you look into another person's eyes, today would be a very good day just to have a good day. Today would be a very good day just to have a good day. With a little more love and a little more laughter, a little more good vibes, less disaster. Today would be a very good day just to have a good day. All day long. All day long. Yeah, let's make mental health be something that everybody feels safe to to experience and participate in whenever we need it. And let's help young people be the best that we can be and have as many good days as possible. Peace, y'all.
My name is Riley Modig, and I'm going to sing a song for you today, and it is called Rise Up by Andre Day. You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighters, but I see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out and move mountains, so we gonna walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. And the silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains, bring it to its feet and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other, and we'll rise, we'll rise, we'll rise, oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, high like the day, I'll rise up in spite of the ache, I'll rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, high like the waves, we'll rise up in spite of the ache, we'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you, For more information or to support My Matters teams, please visit shineinitiative.org.
As we wrap up tonight, we just want to thank everyone for tuning in and for your donations tonight and all of your support to Shine. It means a lot to us and to the students that we reach every day.
We hope you understand the importance of supporting our young people today as well as tomorrow.
So please make sure that you've got May 11th on your calendars for part 2 of the Ungala. Make sure to keep having those conversations about mental health and to make time for your mind every day as well. Thank you for your support and have a good night.
I was gonna say bon voyage.